Inside Monaco's luxury nights, supercars, models, and endless wealth. By daylight, Monaco shimmers with polished yachts, high-stakes casinos, and the deep blue of the Mediterranean. When night falls, the principality transforms into something even more extraordinary, a glittering stage where power, beauty, and wealth perform in perfect harmony. Here, supercars cruise moonlit boulevards, champagne flows endlessly on rooftops, and the world's elite mingle under neon and starlight. This isn't just nightlife. It's an orchestrated spectacle where every glance, every engine rev, and every glass raised is part of a carefully crafted show. Tonight, we step into Monaco's exclusive after-hour scene, from the cars and clubs to the models and hidden gatherings that give the city its pulse. 1. Monte Carlo's Golden Zone, where night never ends. In the heart of the action lies the Golden Triangle, a small but legendary slice of Monte Carlo, framed by Avenue de Monte Carlo, Avenue des Beaux-Arts, and Allée François Blanc. The wealth flowing through these few streets in a single night rivals the annual budget of small nations, and the air itself feels charged with glamour and expectation. Clubs like Jimmy's Monte Carlo, Buddha Bar, and Sass Cafe aren't just nightlife venues. They're global icons where international business moguls, royalty, and celebrities mingle freely. You don't simply walk in, you arrive in style, past rows of Bugattis and Ferraris that gleam under street lamps like jewels. Inside, the air hums with bass from world-famous DJs, and the crowd is dressed in couture worth more than most homes, with champagne served in crystal flutes. Even the valet knows which yacht each guest calls home. Here, under swirling lights, deals are struck, careers are made, and stories that tabloids can only dream of, born in whispered conversations and million-euro handshakes. 2. The Supercar Symphony. If there's a capital of horsepower, it's Monaco. McLaren Sennas, Bugatti Chirons, Lamborghini Aventadors, and Rolls-Royce Phantoms prowl the streets like jungle cats. Not to show off, but because in Monaco, owning one is almost expected and woven into the city's identity. The famed Monaco Lap, a loop from Casino Square to the Fairmont Hairpin, becomes a moving art gallery of automotive design, where every rev of an engine is a carefully orchestrated note in a mechanical symphony. Spectators sit at cafes, sipping espresso or vintage wine, while the soundtrack of the night is composed of roaring V12 engines echoing off centuries-old walls and marble facades. Many of these machines aren't rentals. They're flown in by owners from Dubai, London, or Geneva for a single weekend of display, with some featuring gold-plated rims, diamond-studded interiors, and personalized emblems. In Monaco, a car isn't just a vehicle, it's a statement of identity, status, and power, paraded proudly for all to witness. 3. Beauty as an invitation. The models of the Riviera. Every summer, Monaco becomes a magnet for the fashion elite. Models from Paris, Milan, and New York arrive for peak season, drawn by yacht parties, red carpet galas, and the promise of being photographed in the world's most glamorous setting where opportunity and opulence meet. But here, beauty is more than skin deep. It's currency and influence combined. Whether attending a high-profile casino event or a private yacht soiree, these models become part of the city's marketing engine, enhancing the brand value of every party they attend. A certain brand of champagne in hand, a couture gown perfectly captured by paparazzi. Every image becomes an advertisement, every presence a collaboration in luxury storytelling. At VIP tables, models mingle with CEOs, athletes, and investors, exchanging smiles that may lead to contracts or sponsorship deals. In this environment, charm is strategy, and every introduction could become the start of a multi-million euro opportunity. 4th, floating palaces of the night. When the Monaco Grand Prix or yacht show arrives, Port Hercules becomes a shimmering city of super yachts, their decks glowing with soft golden lights that reflect off the water. These aren't simple boats, they're private clubs on the water, complete with helipads, infinity pools, cigar lounges, and suites that rival royal palaces. Inside, Michelin star chefs prepare multi-course feasts, while sommeliers pour rare vintages older than most guests on board. DJs keep decks alive until sunrise, mixing beats with the gentle sway of the sea, and guests move seamlessly between the yacht's bar, jacuzzi, and panoramic terraces overlooking the city skyline. Invitations are rare. Even celebrities can find themselves turned away without the right connections, as entry depends on social networks as much as wealth. For the chosen few, these floating sanctuaries offer the freedom to party without the world's gaze, and the luxury to do it surrounded by ocean breezes, champagne towers, and starlight that seems close enough to touch. Grand Prix effect. Every May, the Monaco Grand Prix electrifies the city with an energy that can be felt long before the engines roar to life. While the world focuses on the track, the real networking happens in skyboxes overlooking the circuit, rooftop suites with panoramic views, and hidden villa parties guarded by private security. The race marks the start of Europe's summer season, when the global elite converge for one of the most glamorous weeks on the calendar. Every hotel, restaurant, and yacht in the city becomes a hub of high society, with reservations made months in advance. For entrepreneurs, influencers, and brands, it's the ultimate chance to connect with the most exclusive audience on Earth, where one casual conversation could lead to groundbreaking deals. Against the backdrop of engines screaming down narrow streets lined with cheering fans, the Grand Prix is as much about social currency as it is about speed, a place where power is measured in both horsepower and handshakes. 6. Behind closed doors, the secret party circuit. Monaco's most talked about gatherings aren't public. They exist in a parallel world far removed from the tourist view. In private penthouses high above the harbor, hidden clubs tucked behind unmarked doors, and hillside villas accessible only through winding private roads, ultra-connected meet behind layers of security. Phones are surrendered at the door, non-disclosure agreements are signed, guests are vetted through personal recommendations. Inside, conversations shape multi-million euro investments, discreet art trades, cutting-edge tech ventures, and branding partnerships before they ever hit the news. Here, luxury isn't about flashing wealth. It's about strategic influence. Models, investors, and innovators mix not merely to celebrate, but to forge alliances, exchange secrets, and create opportunities capable of shifting entire industries in a single night. 7. The street as a catwalk. At night, Monaco's streets transform into a seamless fusion of red carpet and runway. Sequined gowns, hand-stitched Italian suits, and diamond-studded accessories glint under the golden streetlights, creating a moving display of artistry and wealth. From the Carré d'Or to the marina, every corner becomes a backdrop for candid photographs and street-style moments that set global fashion trends. Fashion photographers and scouts blend into the crowd, quietly documenting looks destined for glossy magazine spreads. In this city, your appearance isn't just an expression, it's your calling card, passport into certain circles. Every hairstyle, watch, and designer shoe is calculated to perfection, and everyone dresses with the knowledge that their next step might lead them straight into a billionaire's yacht party or a couture fashion deal. 8. The true cost of admission. Joining Monaco's nightlife isn't simply a matter of having money, it's about understanding and mastering the city's silent codes of access. Table reservations at its most exclusive venues require weeks, sometimes months of planning. Even then, an insider connection is often essential. Dress codes are strict yet unwritten, enforced more by glances than by posted signs, and one fashion misstep can be as damaging as lacking the right invitation. Entry often hinges on who introduces you rather than the size of your bank account. At top clubs, minimum spends can easily stretch into tens of thousands of euros for a single night, with private security subtly evaluating guests as they arrive. In Monaco, presence is a rare privilege, one guarded fiercely by velvet ropes, whispered referrals, in a culture where image, influence, and timing matter as much as wealth itself. Conclusion: where fantasy is reality, Monaco isn't simply a place, it's a performance. By night, its streets become a stage for the world's wealthiest and most beautiful, where cars sing, champagne flows, and fashion rules. Here, influence is worn like a tailored suit, and every evening feels like a scene from a movie that never ends. If you enjoyed this inside look at Monaco's exclusive nightlife, hit like, share your thoughts, and subscribe. Because in Monaco, the nights don't just shine, they set the standard.